Hey guys, today's video is going to be how we store our toys in this house. We have 3 little kids, age 5, 2, and 1, and so we have a lot of toys. And if you guys watch me, I like to have a clean house. I don't want toys all over the place. And so I have come up with some tips on how to store toys without having to look at them all the time. We are lucky because we do have a separate area that's like a playroom where we do have the toys out and about more often. But if you don't have that option, I have a few tips for you. So right now we're in our living room, and if you look around, our house is a little bit messy, but there are hardly any toys in sight. And that is because our main ottoman here in the living room stores all of that. I think a lot of people use these storage ottomans for like blankets and pillows, which we may use one day when our kids don't have too many toys. And just look how many toys we can fit in this ottoman. I won't go into detail about what all is in here, but we have all sorts of toys. And another tip that I have is don't just throw all the toys into the ottoman. If you look closely in the ottoman, you can see that there are separate compartments for all the toys. Like all of the train tracks are in this little purple bin. We have this little basket right here of all little miscellaneous toys. We have this huge Tupperware thing full of cars, all sorts of different kind of cars. And then in this book bag, we have all of Jackson's Star Wars figurines. And then we have this bin that's kind of falling apart full of all sorts of other toys. That way, the kids know where everything goes, and it's easier to have it clean and everything fits in here instead of having it all jumbled. So this is my main tip, and you'll see a theme throughout the video, is just to have baskets and bins to kind of hide things. If you come over to this little section in our house, I don't really know what to call it, but we have this little cabinet, and it doesn't have many toys in here, but if you had to have more space, then you can use this for toys as well. We just have one drawer of all of our puzzles. And another tip for puzzles, instead of having tons of boxes of puzzles and the boxes like falling apart and you're missing puzzle pieces, we cut the picture so you know what puzzle it is, and we use Ziploc bags to store all of our puzzles. They used to be in cardboard bins, but we just cut out the picture, and that way the kids know, and then it's easy to clean up. So all of our puzzles are in here, and then we could use this drawer if needed, but we don't need it. But any like cabinet or piece of furniture that has drawers, you can hide kids' toys in. So the next space is our craft closet, what I like to call it. If you have like a coat closet that you don't use coats for, we put our coats in our actual closet so that we don't have to have a separate coat closet. So in here was originally a coat closet, and now it stores all of our craft toys and some other toys as well, not just crafts. But if you just peek inside, again, I'm not going to show you everything that's in here, but we have a shelf here with a bunch of board games. And then we have different bins for Legos, small Legos and bigger Legos. We have all of our crayons and markers in here, all in separate baggies so that they're not spread around everywhere. And then over here, again, separate bins and separate boxes for everything. We have a whole bin of everything Play-Doh, Play-Doh pieces, all the different color Play-Dohs. And then these are crafts that I don't want the kids to get into, paint that's not necessarily washable, things I don't want the kids to really get into. And then down here we have a bin for stamps and all of our coloring books, and then more bins. So like I said, bins. We have bins for Mr. Potato Head, bins for magnets, bins for magnetiles, and then this whole box or basket is for cards. So flashcards, matching card games, regular cards. So I guess another tip would just be to take everything out, see what you have, and see if you can figure out a way to separate all the items. So all the cards go in one thing, all the board games are stacked up together, so it makes it easier to separate things and also makes it easier to clean them up. Now we're in Jane's room, and I know that I just put a video up of Jane's room tour, so I'll leave that in the iCard and in the description below if you want to see a detail of everything in Jane's room. But we also have a few storage tricks in her room as well, and in Jackson and Piper's room, but they're taking a nap. But everything's pretty much the same. I'm not too worried about seeing toys in their room because it's their room. I'm more worried about it if we're like in the living room. I don't want toys spread around. We have a whole bin right here. Sorry, Jane's room's a little bit messy. A bin right here that stores all of her stuffed animals. And then we have a box down here that has all of her American Girl doll clothes. So those can all be stored away. And then in her closet, we have this white bench that stores all of her dress-up stuff. So again, everything can be kind of out of sight and have a place. And then we're really lucky that Jane's bunk beds came with these drawers. So each drawer has different toys in them. And again, you can put the toys away and not have to look at them all the time. Okay, so this is our playroom. This is what I said. I don't really care if we see toys up here. I'm not trying to have them be discreet or anything, but we do have some storage things up here as well. This I've had since I think high school or college. I used to put like bathing suits and stuff in it and socks. But now the kids use this. Each drawer again is kind of designated for certain things. This top drawer, we have all the kids' little tiny figurines. They have a ton of them. So they keep them all in that drawer. And we have some musical things in this one. We have some more puzzles in this one. All of our dinosaurs and stuff in this one. And then just some random toys down here. So these are really good. They're not the prettiest things. That's why I don't really care about it being up here. But if you have to store, I would definitely recommend this because it's tall. It doesn't take up much space, but it holds a lot of stuff. And then this piece is from IKEA. And again, this is something that we used a long time ago before we had kids. But you can use like these little baskets to hide certain toys as well. And then also use these cubbies to put things away too. So that is it for our storage. Like I said, you probably saw a theme, just bins, baskets, different compartments for things. That way your floor is not covered in toys and your kids know where to put things back and your kids know where everything is. So if you guys have any other storage tips for toys, leave it down below so everyone can see and everyone can get good ideas from each other. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.